Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start a new series or new idea and it's going to be a Christmas unboxing, but not like an unboxing you'd think of. We're going to travel through the eras of Christmas decorations starting around the 1950s, because that's really the last year that things are drastically fun or different, all the way back as far as you guys want to go with this. So as we travel through history, we have a lot of different hat boxes here and under my Christmas tree, and each one's a different decade. So we're going to be starting in the 1950s. I got my saddle shoes and my cuffed pants on and my plaid, so rocking the 50s look next to my kind of vintage inspired Christmas tree. So let's delve into some Christmas history 1950s style. So if we open up the hat box, this was a popular store here in Nashville. But some of the biggest trends of the 1950s, one of my favorite things that we don't think about anymore is the fake snow. Shredded snow or flocking for your Christmas tree was asbestos before they knew it was really bad for you. A lot of the old Hollywood movies would use asbestos. The most popular and most well-known is probably the Wizard of Oz scene where they fall asleep in the field when the snow comes down. That was all shredded asbestos and was super duper bad for them. But you could use your vacuum cleaner. Old vacuum cleaners used to have a vacuuming and a blowing setting, and there was these little machines that you could connect to your vacuum cleaner and just spray the asbestos all over your house and all over your Christmas tree. So mom usually ended up with lung cancer because of that. So first thing I'm glad we don't have anymore is shredded asbestos snow. Look out for that. If you collect vintage or antique Christmas decorations, that can be a little bit of a concern sometimes, so be careful with that. The next thing that became very popular in the 1950s is the color wheel. We see a lot of aluminum trees becoming popular, single colors on a tree, and instead of putting stringed lights on a tree, it was much more popular to put this color wheel shining up on your Christmas tree, and it would just change the colors as you go. The base is in here with the light bulb in it. So this is the base, this goes on the front, and then it just rotates and lights the tree. So that's one 1950s, very 1950s trend. Santa Claus had become pretty much the red and white man that we know today who lived up at the North Pole. You also start to see a resurgence of Christmas items made in Japan. You can see there, he is made in Japan. This is, of course, post-World War II. Christmas decorations and collectibles for Christmas are really hard to come by because of the First and the Second World War. Japan and Germany are both areas that are generally heavily relied on for our Christmas decorations, and due to patriotic feelings during both wars, people didn't want to use those decorations anymore, so a lot of them get thrown away, and then most of the things that we see are post-World War II, like this little kind of creepy Santa Claus. Children's activities books, such as these, became popular. This is a cardboard cutout. You could get all different kinds of these. Paper dolls were popular throughout history, but really it seems like in the 1950s, this high quality printing became available. Paper was no longer rationed after World War II, and you just see an explosion of paper items after the war because everybody had put up with not having it for so long. Another very popular thing that comes out in the 1950s is bubble lights. I love these. They heat up, they have an oil in them, and then there's little bubbles that travel up into the lights as you have them lit. These are pretty dangerous. They get really hot, so you have to be careful where you use these not to burn your house down. But these are some very popular 1950s additions to Christmas. And then you see a lot more commercialized, kind of pre-done Christmas arrangements in this period. Post-consumer wartime, mass production, items coming out of the factories. This is a little bell you put on your door. So there's a lot of different things in the 50s that are ushered in by the changes due to World War II. A lot of changes in American values after the war and the soldiers coming home, and plastics became more available. So during the war, plastics really explode due to wartime shortages, and that ties over into the little plastic Christmas decorations, Christmas flowers and things that we see after the war. So that's just a real easy hit of a Christmas unboxing from the 1950s. Like I said, we've got a couple more to go through. If you guys like these, I'll keep doing them. Thanks for checking out my channel, and I hope you guys are getting ready for Christmas. It's coming up fast. Merry Christmas, y'all. Stay safe.